Hello and welcome to Euro Truck Simulator with me, Kevin Sawyer. Hope you guys and girls are all well and enjoying your day. What are you up to? Right, here we are. We are in the MAN truck and we are back in the UK. Someone I work with at work asked, he's also a subscriber, asked, is the UK on Euro Truck Simulator? And I said, yeah. I'll tell you what, I'll do, next episode I'll do one in the UK. So here we are. Fire the old engine up. And again, it's a case of, oops, wrong button. Turn that one on. Figured to swap it up and get into the old MAN truck as well. And take it from there. This is things are brand spanking new. I've done probably about 2 miles on it. Put it into gear and I've got a load on, and the day's run, I'll show you what we'll do on the old. Got some oranges and we're going from Edinburgh down to Cardiff, so hopefully we're going to have enough time to do this run. I suspect we are. Anyway, let's break off and let's get out of here. I've been doing some fiddling. I watched Squirrel's video on the physics and how to change all the physics on this, because they've left it as default physics for keyboard users, obviously. Because I'm not a keyboard user, I decided to change them to more immersive settings, I like to say. On which side we need to be on this roundabout, on that side. The thing I don't really like about this MAN is its blind sides. Really bad. I think it's the way the cab's laid. Those mirrors just don't help it at all. Good old rainy UK. Nothing to beat rainy UK. I'll try and mind my speed as well, because speeds are slightly different over here to Europe. And then down over here, I think. Feels a bit weird being on this side of the cab again. I'm so used to being on the left hand side of the cab. I'm used to my mind thinking where the right hand side of the cab, well, looking down the cab itself to the right hand mirror, and having this mirror right there on my left hand, or on the right hand side, it's a bit disconcerting to say the least. But I'd rather do that than just being in a European truck on the left hand side and not know what I'm doing, or be at a disadvantage with my visibility. Are you guys gonna let me out? It doesn't feel particularly powerful. I've got the biggest engine there is in it. And it doesn't seem to be pulling massively quickly. I'm going to think maybe I should put a 12 speed rather than the 16 speed box in this. It's only just barely creeping up to 40. Do some external camera shots in a sec. I'll do that now. So says the lights are working. Yeah. Yeah, they're working. Flashes are working. Horn default. Needs some more grunt, this engine does. It's finally picked up some speed. It might be because we're hard, slightly downhill. Yeah, because of the physics. In the 1.33 update, they updated the physics in this. But typically, they're still to set for the trailer. The trailer stability still set the default, which is maximum, which I wasn't really aware of because when I set my trailer stability, it used to be around about halfway. But now I've got it set to 0, and I've got the suspension stiffness set to 0, and the cab stability set to 0, which is immersive as you can get. So you guys might be able to pick up on this if I can sort of like get away with doing this. See, look how the trailer responds to the cab. It tilts about all over the place. It's all individual. Bloke must be thinking I'm drunk. Right. But let me know, guys and girls, if you want to see more of me back in the UK. I'll do some more UK runs. Might be short hops, a group of short hops strung together, you know. I figured I'd do this one because there was a sort of like Edinburgh to Glasgow route run, I think. But I figured out, yeah, I might do that another time. And of course I haven't got SimDash up because, again, the way I've got it configured, it'd be down on the bottom right there. You wouldn't see that bottom mirror. You guys might not be bothered about that, but some people might, so I figured that I'd leave it off for the time being. I could move it over to where the sat nav is now. In fact, let's get rid of that because we don't really need that. Although saying that, I should have put sat nav in this, and I forgot to. Whoa, what was that? I don't know. The rubbish on the side of the road. As long as I keep an eye on that sat nav down there, I should be alright. I'll bring it up so you guys can see which one, what speed I'm doing. It's easier for me to then just glance over rather than try and peer at that little buck screen over there. I'd like to have it up on the top, well, on the windscreen there on the bottom right hand corner. Good for diesel, things brand new and full of diesel, so shouldn't need. Whoa, easy. Why are you stopping like that, mate? But once I set the all stability to 0 and everything else, I was like, wow, such a difference, makes such a difference as well, because you can't get away with just yanking it round the corner like you used to. That will punish you really quickly. You've got to take your time on it. It will not forgive you if you take liberties with it. Turn the lights out now as well because the rain has stopped. I'll try and get a shot in as well at some point. I'm stuck behind Mr. Slowpoke here. He can go quicker than that. 40's a bit. It's 50 along here, admittedly. So he's taking a bit of a. He's taking it easy. try and get a shot in at some point. Let's try and grab one. Once we get out onto sort of like a road that's a bit flatter or a bit more open each side, then I'll grab one. At the moment we're sort of sitting in this little gully here. But I feel like I'm almost going to fall out, weirdly enough, because I'm not used to it, because my eye can see what's going on in that mirror very closely and what's going on the ground there. I feel like I'm just going to go and fall out the side of the cab. I seem to be leaning over on this side a bit more as well, which is weird. Let's try and grab a thimble for the old episode. Which side's the better side? That side, I'd say. Look at all the traffic I'm holding up. Right. Well, I'm not holding him up. He over there is, because I'd be going a lot quicker if he had not slammed on his brakes all the time. Right, anyway, I digress. Let's put the focusing position on. Ching. Done. Kind of reminds me of Bus Simulator, looking at the steering wheel as well, because all they've got is the old man Lions coach, apart from the is it Skyline? I think that's made by Scania, I think. Easy. It's a bit like riding a bike though. Once you kind of get over the initial weird feeling of being on the wrong side of the cab, you get over it really quickly. It's like, yep. It's different when you're in a car to when you're in this truck, obviously a bit higher up, and that's why I'm expecting, like I say, on the right side of my eye I'm expecting to see dashboard and then having to look to my right to see a mirror rather than having to look to my left. Might have to set the seat back on this though, sorry guys. Kind of is a bit annoying. It's quite close, look. So I'm going to set it there. That's a bit better. Yeah, that's a bit better. Yeah, that I prefer. The only problem is I will have to readjust the mirrors now. They are slightly off, but I can live with them as they are. See how the trailer's bouncing around in the mirror there. Again, is a bit more realistic. I need to be out in that other lane. certainly makes it a bit more. You have to be, like I say, you have to be a lot more gentle with your steering commands, because if you don't, if you really go nuts, that happens. That's what happens if you really joke on the wheel. It's something I wouldn't recommend. As I found out once I first set out, went out to, there was again a tight corner, and then I went and then just grabbed the wheel a bit too much, and then I was just like on my side more or less, and I was like, yeah, okay, I've learnt from my lesson from that one. You can't get away with doing that now. Used to be able to sort of do that quite easy. Well, I wouldn't say easy. If you're going flat out around that corner, then yeah. But if it used to be quite forgiving to a point where if you're going a little bit quick, it'd just let you know by leaning. Now it don't. It just literally throw you on its side before you know it. As you can see, I'm doing 70, almost 70. I'm going to wind it down a bit and let it just cruise about 60. See how much it's juggling around? There we go. I'll leave it about 60. Cruise control on. That way I won't suffer from lead foot. Of course, there's a guy gonna go slow. It's gone down to 50 anyway, so that's done us a bit of a favour. Still 50 along here. We'll leave it at that sort of speed for now, just because of all the road works that are going on. We're going to be still 50 under this tunnel as well. 9 times out of 10 it is. Yep. Good for diesel still, so I'll put some lights on though. Even though this tunnel's well lit, it's just something you should do when you're in a tunnel. Let's increase the speed a little bit. I'll go 55 because there is 45, sorry. It's 55. 45, 50. So try and get it a bit higher up then. Nice bike. We need to be in that lane. And I need to let Joe Bloggs past. And I'll keep him creeping into that hard shoulder. Sorry, peeps. Right, we're over 50 now, but it's gone back to 60, so I'm turning the lights back off. So we're good. Be fair, with these sort of settings on now, you're more inclined to sort of like take it a bit more easier than you used to, admittedly. There's another man truck. See what I mean about the lean? That was close. That was very close. I hope this guy doesn't decide to try and brake check me now. He took over me. Technically, the bloke in the truck out there, he's breaking the law. He shouldn't be out there. You can use these first 2 lanes, but you can't use the third right-hand lane there. Shouldn't be out there. He'd get fined a lot for being out there. He'd be out. Take over. I'm gonna have to slow down because Mr. Audi won't let me out. Come on, guys. You're either going to take over or just dawdle. Speed camera, 50, okay. I'll stick to where I was then. The guy's still out in the third lane. In fact, he's probably breaking the speed limit now. Whoa! I was looking in the mirror when I pulled out. And he's just undertook me. So is he. Both breaking the law. Naughty naughties. Yeah, certainly definitely gives it a bit more of a challenge. A few guys that are never thinking about trying this, I would. And see how you get along. You can always reset them back to the default values. Just check what the values are. I think it's for this truck stability, I think it's 0.5. For the stiffness, I think it's 1. God, me and this man keep them taking over each other. Going well quick again. You can tell because the whole thing's jiggling around like nobody's business. So beyond twitchy. Suicidal this speed is. As soon as 80. Whoa. See, that's what I meant about going too quick. Right, hang on. Let's load the last save game. I did that on purpose, honest. Show you guys what I mean by how it just tips over at the drop of a hat if you get it real wrong. You can't get away with doing the whole 80 round the corner anymore and then just wondering why. Oh, brakes on, of course. That's what happens when you try to do 80 on a corner. The whole thing just goes. And I've got lift axles down. This doesn't have a lift axle on it at all. The back one's down as well, so the stability's about as stable as it gets. Look how it rocks now. For you guys that are sort of like new to having a wheel, I probably recommend not reducing it down by half before just doing this trailer stability on the options first. Put that down to half. That way you're kind of going to get an idea of what it's like, and then Once you've kind of got comfortable with that, then reduce it down to a quarter, then reduce it down to 0, then start rechanging configuration. Otherwise you're going to find yourself falling over quite dramatically. How long have we got? 4 hours. What I'll do is because it's probably gone long enough, I'll wait until we get to the next services and I'll pull over. I'll leave the episode at that. I figured I'd probably get this episode done a lot quicker than I did. It's dragging on quite considerable. Reduce that speed a little bit, just get it under 60. There we go. See, there's the old built. Whoa, what happened there? Looks like one car crashed into the other. Oh yeah, forgot this has got no horn, is it? There's a petrol station up ahead, so I'll pull off on that. Well, I'll say goodbye to you guys. I don't need diesel, so I'm just going to pull over here, just out of the way. I hope you guys and girls enjoyed the episode. If you did, please don't forget to like, and if you know anyone else that may also enjoy watching this, wow, that's close, please don't forget to share. It helps me out a lot and I don't mind you sharing. If you didn't like this for any reason, again guys and girls, please feel free to dislike, but leave a comment down below to why you didn't like this, so at least then I can try to improve in the future. And if you're new to my channel and see future episodes of this or anything else I'm working on, please don't forget to subscribe and hit that notifications bell, so at least then you know as soon as I upload a new video. I'll see you in the next one. TTFN.